Hey friends, and welcome back to Smoltzy and Friends. Today marks our 50th episode. Can you believe it? 50. A half century of episodes. And whether this is your first time listening or your 50th, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Honestly, when Smoltzy and Friends was put on my heart, I was not sure who would listen or if anyone would relate. I just knew I had something that needed to be shared. I wanted to share stories that people could relate to. They included struggles, hope, grief, loss, job transition, laughter, and standing firm in faith when the world doesn't make sense at times. And here we are, 50 episodes later. But I have to say, there were moments I wasn't sure how often I should post an episode. There were days I questioned if I was sharing too much. Is anyone out there listening? But I kept showing up because I knew God had a bigger plan. The plan wasn't about number of followers, plays, nor was it about building a brand. It was actually about purpose, connection to content, and staying faithful to what God puts on my heart, even when it doesn't make sense to the world. I've had the chance to talk about grief, leadership, family, faith, scammers, being bald, and more. I've had the honor of sharing my personal journey. I've also had beautiful conversations with guests who've opened up about their own journey in pain. And I can't wait to launch our new interview series soon. Each episode had been a piece of me and a piece of you because we're family. Here's what I learned in 50 episodes. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. People are quietly struggling, and your voice might be the one that reminds them they're not alone. Purpose doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes it comes with silence and a quiet whisper from God saying, keep going. And so I did, and I will continue to show up and share more episodes because someone out there needs to hear what you and I have been through. Someone out there needs to know they're not the only one. And maybe, just maybe, this podcast helps them too. So today, we need to celebrate, not just for the number, but the journey. We celebrate every episode that almost didn't happen. We celebrate every listener who said, that one spoke to me. We celebrate growth, not just in the podcast, but in ourselves. So to every guest who shared their story, to every listener who's tuned in from their car, their kitchen, their couch, an airport, or an airplane, I say thank you. To everyone who's reached out with a DM or a comment or a word of encouragement, I want to say thank you. And to God, who's carried me through grief, purpose, and everything in between, I want to say thank you. So this isn't the finish line, but truly a milestone to acknowledge and embrace. And if God brought us this far, imagine where He can take us next. So here's to the next 50. More stories, more healing, more real talk, more faith, more Smoltzy and Friends. Thanks for being part of the first 50. I'm looking forward to what the future holds. Until next time, be open to new opportunities, stay prayed up, and I'll see you on the next episode.